The gentlewoman from Iowa, Ms. Axne, is recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Madam Chair, and thank you to everyone for being here today on the panel. I appreciate the time that you're taking to do this. I think we all know that you profited tremendously from the tax cuts, but I just want to run through a few of them. Morgan Stanley, $1.1 billion, Citigroup, $1.7 billion, Goldman Sachs, $1 billion, Bank of America, $3.5 billion, JP Morgan, $3.7 billion. Meanwhile, each of you makes at least 150 times what your median worker is being paid, and 3 of you on this panel make over 350 times what that median worker makes. Given that the administration's rationale for those tax cuts was so that companies could reinvest the money, Mr. Dimon, can you explain how you're investing that $3.7 billion growing your company, and are you using it to increase pay for your workers and reduce the pay ratio?
A lot of companies, not just JP Morgan, immediately announced pay increases, more investments, more for us, $20 billion of LMI lending, billions more small business lending, and because we got regulatory approval to expand our network into another 17 states, opening branches, which every time we do LMI lending, small business, charitable giving, et cetera. What we've said is that America should have a competitive tax system. It's the cumulative, long-term effect of capital retained and reinvested in the United States, which will drive wages and growth forever. That is the benefit. It was never meant to be this week or this month or even this year. And we also make the point, a lot of that benefit will be competed away. It will eventually end up in wages or cheaper prices to consumers or something like that as we all compete. And that's already starting to happen.
Thank you. But I just wanted to go back and say I did the math on those efforts that you're talking about and you know, expanding pay for people, increasing their take-home pay. Those efforts that you're talking about total roughly $100 million. What I'd like to know is where did the rest of the $3.5 billion go?
It's $100 million. We also did another $150 million philanthropy, and some of the number of the capital has to be deployed to support all the loans. And building the branches costs $1 million a branch, and so it's far more than $100 million.
Okay, we're still really quite short of $3.5 billion. Can you tell me specifically where a couple billion went then?
It was never intended to go immediately out. Some of it went back to our shareholders where it belongs if we can't responsibly use it. Remember, the shareholders redeploy it. It doesn't disappear. So, you know, those shareholders, a lot of constituents of yours who get that money back, and then hopefully they make other investments or decisions that they think are in the better interest than me keeping capital that I can't use that year.
Appreciate that.